The Finals is an incredible FPS shooter game. I have to admit, even up to Season 7, there has been so much good that came out of this game that I just don't think any other game can beat it. However, just as any other game, there's always going to be some controversy at some point, and I think the Finals has officially reached that point, as sad as it is. The good thing is that it's only minimal, and honestly, a lot of good can come out of it. I feel like they just need some more to do before it's officially, better, so to say. Simply put, if you guys haven't already read the title of the video, basically, they added back the old legacy battle passes from season 1 to 4, and season 5 and 6 are coming out later. However, this kind of sparks a little bit of controversy in the community considering exclusivity, because the idea that back in season 1 you could only get the battle pass if you played during season 1, same thing with season 2, you could only get the battle pass if you played season 2. And now they just bring it back for everyone to have if you missed it. It's a little complicated trying to get it though, because you don't really level up using XP. You level up by using these things called show tokens. They're kind of like, I don't even know what you could compare them to, but it's basically like you collect these just through playing the game, and then you can use them to unlock different items in every battle pass. You still have to pay for the battle passes, don't get me wrong. Like, that makes sense. You still got to pay for the battle passes, right? But once you do, then you can unlock them using these show tokens. It's a little weird, but if you already understand how it works, then, I don't need to explain all this to you. But basically, they brought back the old battle passes, so now nothing you own in your locker is really even rare anymore, because they just brought it all back. However, I do want one thing to address, is this, of course, upset a lot of OGs. However, it also seems like a lot of OGs aren't even talking about this, or a lot of people in general aren't even talking about this. But I think this is a problem for people who have been playing and have spent their money on the old battle passes. And I think there's a way to fix it. Now, I know that a lot of people are like, oh, well, I wanted the skin and I didn't get the chance to get it, and that's fair. However, for the people who did get it, they should have some exclusive reward for playing during that time. Like an OG reward, basically. Like, to show that you're from the beginning. And I do want to quickly point out that they did recently add something that kind of commemorates the OGs. They added a background for your player card called Origin Tier, and a a border for your card called Legacy Trim, kind of like on the outside of your card. Basically, this was a good way of showing that you played back in the old days, like you're an OG. It's basically to say, hey, you're an OG, you're a Season 1 supporter, you're someone who played back then. However, what if you played in Season 2? The worst situation that I could possibly see from this is you started Season 2, but managed to get every battle pass completed from then. At that point, you didn't play in Season 1, however, you still have these exclusive rewards that are no longer rare to you anymore. So in that case, you're just kind of cooked. So, I propose an idea for Embark. Take this for free. I'm not charging you for this. However, I do seriously want you to consider this Embark, because I feel like this could make a lot of people happy who are OGs. So my idea is basically to make exclusive versions of the old Battle Pass skins. So basically, for example, the alien skin is now available to everybody. However, if you played back in Season 1, I believe you should get a blue alien style, something like this. Now, another case is for Season 2 players. If they got the Battle Pass back in Season 2 and got the max viewing skin, then they should be given this exclusive reward, which is, I called it Mad Viewing because I couldn't think of anything else. Also, I thought it was kind of funny. But either way, my point is just to be able to have exclusive rewards for people who played back in the day. I feel like that's a very fair thing to want. And you can't really complain about, oh, well, I want the chance to be able to get that skin. You can. You can still get the skin. They're just exclusive styles of the skin for people who played back then. I think there should be some sort of exclusivity for any given season that you started at. So if you started Season 1, you should be able to show that you're a Season 1 player. If you started Season 2, you should be able to prove that you started in Season 2. I feel like if you didn't record yourself playing back in the day, it's really hard to have proof. So at least if you were to have some sort of exclusive skin that only these players who played back then got, then in that case, I feel like it's, you know, it would make sense. At this point, I'm just rambling on, so I'm not going to go too long about this, but I do want to bring up one other thing that I just want to warn people about, and maybe Embark as well, is I noticed that the new Battle Pass, they added a lot of different stuff, and I'm not gonna say this is gonna head down towards a dark path, but I have seen this with Fortnite, I've seen this with Apex, I've seen this with so many different games, I can't even list them all, and I'm just worried that Embark is gonna go down the same dark road, so I hope that they can catch on quick before it's too late. But basically, the Battle Pass Deluxe Edition or whatever was like $30. And I'm not gonna say that that's really a bad thing. That's, for everything you get, that's a decent price. Maybe a little overpriced, but I'll say it's fair considering the 20 extra tiers or whatever. So, I'll call it fair. However, what I have seen is when they start releasing stuff to this degree or to this extent, the way that they have with the Deluxe Battle Pass, or is it Ultimate? I forget the name. Anyway, with you have like this deluxe version of the Battle Pass, this rare, big deal Battle Pass, then all of a sudden, there comes this issue of, well, why stop? If this is making us a ton of money, then, you know, we can charge them more for little things, or we can, you know, make everything more expensive or whatever. So, I'm not saying Embark is going to go down this road. I just want to say, watch out, and let's hope that Embark catches on this quick before they start charging too much money for everything, and then the whole game just becomes a way to bank rather than a way to have people enjoy a game, right? I don't know, I'm just seeing a trend where games around this point in time of their lifetime start to fall off, and I really don't want the finals to do that. This is like the first season people could actually quit. Like, that's one of the things I was saying, is most seasons of the finals, if you play them, you either just don't get into it, or you love it. You don't quit the finals. That's just unheard of. Nobody quits the finals if they're into it, but this is the first season where I could actually see people quitting, because now all their OG rare skins just aren't rare anymore, and they just don't want to play it anymore. Because what's the point if none of your skins are going to be rare, right? What's the point of buying the Battle Pass if anyone can get it at any point in time? So, I feel like the idea of a Battle Pass is for exclusive skins, and for Embark to be removing the whole point of what a Battle Pass is meant to be, it can cause problems. So, that's why I'm making this video. That's why I wanted to say all this stuff, to just let Embark know that there are ways that, like, what they're doing right now, there are right ways to go about it, and then there are wrong ways to go about it. And I feel like right now, they're right in between. They gave us some stuff to compensate for the loss of exclusivity, but I do have to admit, I feel like it isn't enough, so I feel like they definitely could have more to do. Either way, I have high hopes for the finals, and I think even during this, they're still going to end up on top. I don't know what it is. I'm just very hopeful in the finals, and for anyone who's still listening to me ramble on about basically nothing, thank you for sticking around. I appreciate it. But this is just my own personal opinion. And I know a lot of people are probably going to disagree with me, or at least have their own personal opinions on it, and that's fine. Have your own opinions on it. I'm not telling you not to. But really think about it from an OG's perspective, and I always think back to the Season 2, like I already said probably twice in this video. But think back, imagine you were a Season 2 player who played all the way back in like a year ago. Basically over a year ago you started, and you started grinding out every battle pass knowing it'll be rare one day, and then all of a sudden nothing you own is rare anymore. And you don't get the Season 1 exclusives because you didn't start until Season 2. So try to think of a situation like that and just think, you know, maybe there should be some sort of exclusive items for people who started in Season 2 and not just Season 1. And keep in mind, I am a Season 1 player. I have the exclusive rewards, so I don't really have anything to complain about. I just feel bad for people who started in Season 2 and are dealing with that situation. So I just kind of want to get Embark's attention at this. So my end goal of all this is really just be careful about how you're going to go about getting your money. Don't worry about getting money. Worry about the quality of the game, and the money will come for funding and whatever. And also, give the OG people exclusives. Just make it the exact same skin so anyone can still get it. Just give it an exclusive style. Like what I was saying with the alien. Give it a blue style for OGs. Or the max viewing, give it like an angry style for OGs. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed, please remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And feel free to leave your opinions and comments and ideas in the comment section below. I'm willing to listen to anything. I'd very much like to hear you guys' input on this. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, or I will eat all of your Cheez-Its, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace!